so much. Now to the good part.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForge reporting from the sideline. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jalen Brunson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The small and power forwards are Kuzma and Antetokounmpo. Taurean Prince is out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Portis in at the center position. And for the Knicks, the two forwards, Bridges and Anunoby. Jalen Brunson out there with Miles McBride. And it's Robinson in at the 5. And this is the fourth and final game of the NBA Cup group stage of play for these two teams.
And both looking to finish strong, right? And punch their ticket to the knockout round.
Now here's Kuzma. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. And the three off target. Poked away and stolen by Prince. Kuzma left side. Shoots over Bridges. Kuzma can't get it to go. Now the Knicks with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
Anthony against Brunson. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Lock at 6. Anunoby is screen on Anthony. Back to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
It's not just his work on defense that sets Anunoby apart. It's the intelligence with which he plays.
Prince outside. Kuzma outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veterans Jordan Clarkson and Dirkjan Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff run.
Putting them in a good position. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. The shot's good from Brunson.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Hey, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And let's now take a look at the NBA Cup standings as the group stage winds down.
And it gives us a pretty good idea of who we're going to see in the knockout phase. It's been a terrific competition so far, and I think it's only going to get better when we get into that single elimination scenario.
Now here's Anthony. 17 points for him last game against Miami. And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. Robinson misses. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here to the middle. Portis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, we're seeing why they give him that nickname, Bobby Buckets, forcing the defense's hand.
That free throw, no good. And Stan, you remember this past summer, the story was, will the Bucks or will they not trade Giannis?
It's tough to carry on business as usual with all those clouds swirling. We know how loyal he's been, but questions remain about his ability to compete for a title in Milwaukee.
Antetokounmpo with the steal by himself, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, when it comes to getting the ball in the open floor, no one is more dangerous than Giannis.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Giannis was the topic of our conversation, and Coach said after a deep breath, I mean, there's no need to exhaust yourself over how to stop Giannis. He's going to leave his mark on the floor. We just have to deploy something to mute his production a little bit. They've definitely got their hands full trying to slow one of the game's best. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Prince looking around. Pass to Kuzma. Off target with his three.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's the screen. Here's Brunson. That's it. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Can't overplay Brunson to shoot. He will go right past him.
Here's Anthony driving the lane.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring rate. Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
On the wing, Giannis. Fades back. Good on the bucket. Giannis has got 6.
And Antetokounmpo continues to hone his jumper. Those 2 points are the result of his hard work.
Here's Brunson. The rebound by the Bucks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the Clippers.
That shot, the 3, is very volatile. On games when it's fallen, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
The Knicks with the lead. Antetokounmpo with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
To Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 5. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Stretch for these guys, the centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their position in the last 10 games. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Yeah, and what jumps out at me from these guys is the amount of skill they all have on offense. They can go at you so many ways.
Buries it down low. Giannis has got 8 points.
And we've seen Giannis elevate his scoring ability over time. Great bucket there.
Pass to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Rollins. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the paint. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So easy for Giannis to dunk it. It must be nice, huh, guys?
Rollins against Brogdon. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. To the inside. And Portis throws it down.
Nice slam. You can expect this to happen when you allow Portis to get strong positioning inside.
Tries from 16. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Here's Rollins. Scoreless thus far. Up top, Kuzma. Charity stripe shot. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. And not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are the things you can never take away.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Rollins is out there with Porter. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Sims. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here's Bridges. He has yet to score. Inside, it's stolen by Livingston. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Pass to Rollins. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnover.
The Bucks train. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Guys, back over to you.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Now, here's Porter. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Heat, that's for sure. And so here is New York. Bridges deciding where to go with it. For 3, Brogdon. No good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Coffey. Down low. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Looks like it's time to get active, fans. Here they are, your Knicks.
Sims, the pass to Prince. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
McBride with the ball, guarded by Porter. Brogdon kicks to Anunoby. From deep. Sims with the rebound. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Porter. Kicks it out to Giannis. Taken away by Anthony. Porter inside. Defended by McBride. That's good from Porter on the assist by Anthony.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Then against Anthony. They set the pick. Inside. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Washington where they'll take on the Wizards.
And that matchup against the Sixers, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
The Knicks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks.
And the way that Brunson is just so calm in the pick and roll, boy, he is smooth.
Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Brunson.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson is efficient on the midi as anybody. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Brunson. He's got 10. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Porter passes to Giannis. A 3 ball. They get it again. And Giannis throws it down hard.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Brunson. The close-range shot is good from Brunson.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Bobby Portis is checked in for Porter. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Knicks.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Anthony taking his time here. Here's Portis. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Knicks trail by 3. Robinson with it. Picked up 24 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and how about his assist numbers, too? He was their offense. He was just doing everything out there. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Prince outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. Nice shot by Portis.
Well, listen, Portis certainly doesn't lack confidence off the catch. He feels like he can score anytime down the floor.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 12. It's good. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Brunson carving out space inside.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bucks have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. 43 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Prince. Bucks passing it around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Anthony. Robinson with the block. Here's Brunson. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Anthony. That's Giannis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
He's a true scoring machine. Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. He is just relentless.
And he stays with it. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Doc, as this team continues to develop, what's going to be most critical to really taking your play to the next level?
Continuity offensively, and then being on the same page defensively. We have so much left. If we can get on the same page defensively, we can be really good.
The more reps, the better. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Entertainment.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Right now, the New York Knicks are providing quite an entertaining and close game.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
And guys, we're still in the early parts of this season, but the power rankings are shaping up.
Taking a look at New York, they're still at the bottom third of the league. Something will need to change for them to move up in the rankings.
We knew this team would need time to figure things out, and we were right. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
New York shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. The two forwards, Bridges and Anunoby. Jalen Brunson out there with Miles McBride. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Here's Anthony. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Anthony finds Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a wide-open look for Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging about 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. Robinson with the block.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thank you, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. For the lead, Giannis making his presence felt down low.
A towering presence. Antetokounmpo uses his size to his advantage down low.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Over Prince. Bridges finds Anunoby.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that. The Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Brunson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Porter passes to Anthony. Back to Porter. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Porter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Milwaukee with a change here, too. Bobby Portis is checked in for Porter. Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with Bobby Portis. What's the situation, Allie?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer for the Bucks about his status. It seems like there's a little tingling and swelling around the tailbone, and they're addressing it now. All indications are that he's able to play through it, and while this injury doesn't seem to be a lingering one, it's still something to monitor.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
Yeah. So much changes around the league year to year, but the danger and impact of injury remains largely the same. It's not enough to be good. You gotta be lucky, too.
Giannis, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Outside Anthony. There's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Smart pass by Anthony. He has that good sense for when he should look to hit.
Antetokounmpo against Hart. Clarkson outside. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Anthony. The Bucks leading. Kicks it out to Prince. Bucks passing it around. A shot by Anthony, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Hart, no good. Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious, his size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. as much or more than any star in this league. You can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Sims is checked in, and Porter subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Here's Brunson. Milwaukee with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
Pass to Prince. Fires for three. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Brunson, top of the key. A shot by Brogdon, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now Portis. 15 points in the game. Back to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Portis sets the pick for Anthony. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yeah, Anthony displaying his versatility as a shooter in the mid-range.
Now here's Brunson. 20 points for him. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
For three, Portis. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Amir Coffey comes in for Prince. And Rollins subbed in for Cole Anthony. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Anunoby. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Here's Brogdon, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Coffey. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got Antetokounmpo. Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. Here's Hart. Now it's Antetokounmpo making his last shot. For 3, Bridges. Rebound, Milwaukee. Sims has got 7 rebounds in the game.
solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now, here's Hart. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Bridges. Fires from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porter, no luck. Knicks trail by 8. Here's Hart. Yabusele, the screen. And it's Hart penetrating, and the shot goes in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Porter finds Giannis. Porter with it. Giannis right side. Oh, he jams it right over Josh Hart.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here's Hart. Yabusele is screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Hart. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the middle. A shot by Sims, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Nailed from three-point land.
The length of Bridges helping him shoot over that contest.
Collins the pass to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Porter, no luck.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Hart outside. Bridges sets the screen for Hart. There's the drive, and he lays it straight in.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing.
Collins with the bucket.
What a pass right there by Antetokounmpo. Great to see a leader like him involve his teammates.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Porty's checked in, and Miles McBride subbed in for Clarkson. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Allie, thank you so much. And we've got a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on Jalen Brunson. Allie, how's he doing?
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for New York let me know the status. He said there is tendonitis in the knee and it is a source of debilitating pain right now. This being November, they have some time to work through their options. We'll see which way they go.
Thanks, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Yeah, well, on one hand, I'm sure they're glad to know what's wrong. But on the other hand, that's a serious injury. Best of luck to him in his recovery process.
Hart, that's good. And here is Anthony. 62. Kuzma outside. Pass to Giannis. Portis a screen on Hart. Sweet move. Second shot opportunity, and Anthony lays it in.
Well, the pressure was on, but Cole Anthony was able to stay cool and find the points they need.
Here's Kolek. Outside Bridges from deep. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee leading by 5. shoots the three, and it misses. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And stolen by Portis. Now Anthony, 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Trying again. Giannis clean up the fast break.
Yeah, Giannis is a big man. One that can gobble up those boards and make you play.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. They trail by 7. Robinson a screen on it. Now Robinson. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Anthony. Oh, good on the layup. The Knicks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. From 12 feet. That's off. Knicks trail by 7. Now Robinson. Layup, no good. Now here's Kuzma. It's Portis. From 15 feet away, it's good.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Rebounded by Portis. Well, the Bucks shooting 47%, pretty solid. Now Anthony, beyond the arc. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Next foul. Dot-drop-volume-vi-muhammad-dali. First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
And he recovers it. Here's Kolek. Fires the three. Kuzma rips down the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Count it!
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Free throw good.
Fourth team foul.
And Porter drops them both.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's why we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now we present the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.